I don't know how quick it'll be, but I figure since I ain't got one to put out, I'll do this to put it out. Looks nice and sunny now, don't it? This wasn't the case earlier, folks. It was boom, boom, rainy, rainy. We have got the next few days off. We don't have to do our thing on Monday. It's Memorial Day, so ain't nothing happening. Not a thing, not a thing. Here comes a truck going by nice and slow and loud. I was going to do this thing the other way, like that. Oh, orientation is locked. Let's see if I can do something about that. Hi, Susie. Surprise. Hey, me angel. Surprise. Trying to see if I can. There's one thing. Oop. Check that out. She said this was coming. New mask. I kind of like it. Can you tell what that is on there? Hey, Melinda Dawson, howdy. Catfish dog! Alright, I said go back around the other way. There we go. You going back around the other way. I was going to set this thing up like I normally do out here when I do a video. But it wouldn't do right. So I had to set it up right like I'm, holding this thing normal, playing a game or something. So, make sure I ain't missing nobody. Yep. So just a little surprise pop-up live. I might do these more often. I might make these my videos. You never know. So, there's a Facebook notification. Yep. I hear some geese. Wonder if they're coming up the road. We've had some the last couple of days going up and down this road. Probably going to Tommy's Pond over yonder. Don't know if y'all can see the hint of water there in between those trees. But it's there. I thought I heard geese. Might have been just tank right here. Now, let's see. No, it ain't Sunday, Melinda. This is Saturday. So I started putting some out on Saturday. Video. I didn't have a video for today. Going to take one yesterday morning, but that didn't work out. But next time I'll make sure. Unless I start making this a thing. I'll figure out how to get this orientation right, and I'll get it turned the other way. Maybe get it on here with StreamYard. And do it with StreamYard, and I might should be able to get it right. Normally this thing's on auto rotate, but for this it said orientation is locked. Now y'all seen and heard the cars going by. Yeah, it's nice and sunny right now, but it wasn't nice and sunny earlier. It was raining good and hard. Thunder booming and lightning, all sorts of stuff. Miss Linda Peterson told us that we was going to have it like that. I don't see her in here. Anyway, as y'all know, I call her Mama Linda now, but She told us we're going to get some good hard rain. We got it. I got some things I need to do. I need to put that inside. I got to clean it up first. Get it off the porch. I got a few more things over there to get off the porch. I got that big pile of stuff over there to move. Because last year we was told they'd haul it off. This year we got told, I didn't say that. Folks, that's the way it goes. But you know what? That's all right. I will eventually get it cleaned up and out of the way and get a few things here cleaned up and out of the way and have things ready for other good things to be ready. So, it's all good in the neighborhood. And no, I ain't Applebee's. But I wasn't talking about eating either. Might be after a while, though. Just depends. Let's see, I've been on here 6.5 minutes. That ain't bad. Like I say, I'm going to make this my video for today, just to pop up. Elaine and I have discussed, I may start doing this. Doing pop-up lives and make those my videos. Start being random like everybody else. I mean, you know, hey, works for some, why not me, right? Try it out and see how I like it. Decide to do something, I pull it out and say, hey, here I am. And this is what we're doing. Oh, here comes my neighbor up from down yonder. He's alright. At least it ain't the other one, the willful ignorance. I can have a way to deal with him. So, wearing his cowboy hat. He likes to wear his cowboy hat. So, nice and sunny. We slept most of the day. I stayed up to about 3 o'clock last night, and because we'd slept all day yesterday. We went back to bed when we got home. It was 6:30 before I got up that evening. So I stayed up to about 3 o'clock. We got up this morning decently early. Did a few things, not like that. We had a little bit of head of steam going, then we lost it. And so went back to bed. I just got up a little while ago. And so here I am. Yeah, they look clear out here. Of course, it's a lot brighter here. My neighbor decided to check his mail. He would put this down a little bit so don't get a whole lot of him in there, so he can't say nothing. No, these ain't new, Susie. I've had them a while. This and another pair. These are some of them really screwed up glasses we got from America's Best. In Dalton now. In Dalton, Georgia. So if America's Best, Dalton, Georgia, or America's Best, period, is listening, y'all's Dalton, Georgia store really dropped the ball on these pairs of glasses. I've heard the one in a place across the Bama line from where we're wanting to go is still pretty good. But this one in Dalton, Georgia, they just putting out crap. Look, squat down and pop, and there's your pair. You sleepy yesterday, huh? Yeah, we were too. We slept through it all. It came in this morning and made us sleepy. So we went back to bed. So our eyes up. Oh, yeah, I had to yawn. Got a couple of kitties waiting. There's Fancy. And that is Tank. He got a big old head on him. He broad shoulder. I hear a vehicle coming up the road, coming from the south, headed towards the north. There he goes. So, just turned out to be a pretty day. We must have needed all that rain. I need to find my clippers and clip that one. Bring it down to the size of these. I actually need to cut these down shorter, but somebody would have a flying duck fed if I did. But hopefully these ain't going to be a concern too much longer. For too long, I hope I'm not around to see them. They grow up taller than the house. Let them deal with it. Well, you got Linda. You out in Texas, though, ain't you? If I remember right. Don't get on to me too bad if I don't remember right. 351 Cleveland, howdy. But, pretty nice. In a few months, I hope I got a different view to show y'all. Sit out on something, show y'all something else. Different type of greenery, scenery. Well, these kitties wanting in. Let me open this door. All right. As y'all can see, that driveway got gravelled. Bear in mind, it didn't get done right. But at least there is gravel. That's going to be something that ain't going to be my concern here in a few months either. Oh, y'all about to see something else pass by. Half done, half wet. And there it went. There what goes. Things. He don't say it so, it ain't so. And then I get called to know it all. That's a limb on that big old tree there. I'm just waiting on it to fall. Waiting on it to fall. Maybe one day it will. Or maybe it'll hang on until after we're gone. I don't know. See, it still gets green. A lot of trees, but a lot of limbs have rotted and fell off. I believe it's rotted inside there. It's got just enough life on the outer sheath just under that bark to keep the leaves going. You might can see some orange up on that old limb up there. I don't know what that is. Being orange, I hope that ain't chiggers. Could be. Much rots around here. Oh, they don't fall down on us. Could be some type of mouse. I don't know what it is. Any of y'all that knows a lot about trees, y'all might tell me what that is. But you can see other limbs that have rotted and broke off. That big one right there on the bottom goes out a few feet and is chopped off. It used to be an old rope swing there, and it dug down into that until it had it sawed up pretty good, and then it rotted and rotted and rotted and rotted, and finally that portion fell off from the rot. And there's a big old hole in the center of that limb going in towards the tree, so you know it went into the tree. Another reason why I believe that things rotted from the inside out. But you can't teach nobody nothing. I thought moss was supposed to grow on the north side of a tree in the woods. Trust me, that moss right there, that is not the north side, that is the west side of that tree. All the way up. I spread some diatomaceous earth around here the other day because of all the ants everywhere. I do mean everywhere. Usually there would be a lot of big black ants going from right here all the way out to that tree. I ain't been seeing them the last few days. I put that stuff down kind of thick around the house and going to that tree and around that wood pile because there was ants all over it, and a couple of ant hills at the other end of the house, one on one side of that trench going to the basement and one on this side of that trench going to the basement. And did it inside the carport around the edge of the house and around the house, around the back and sides. And I hadn't been seeing no ants inside. Here a couple of months, I might put that other bag of it out. Hopefully drive all them things a little south of here so that others can deal with that problem. I think it stopped the ants. 13. All right. Indiana Chris, hey, I didn't see you come in there. I've been looking around and yakking, Chris. Sorry about that. Brats and burgers. Indiana Chris, I really don't know. I know that has some big black ones, some big red ones, some tiny black grease ants that were getting into the house. The rest of them were pretty much staying outside, but they were everywhere. But I know they ain't around now. I spread that diatomaceous, however you pronounce that, aceous dirt around here, and I ain't been seeing nothing. If I see them again too soon, I'll spread some more of that stuff out. Then I'll go get some more. I got tired of trying to fight with them inside the house. So I figured I'd start hitting them at the source. I poured a pile of that stuff on each hat hill. The one in the back was pretty big. I shoved a foot down in it to expose it some. And poured a good pile of that stuff up inside of there. So like I said, maybe it'll drive them elsewhere. And elsewhere can put up with them. Because elsewhere's already got them all throughout that house. They won't do nothing about it. I ain't gonna deal with it. So, of course, I've asked God to let us put a shield up and let everything that gets sent at us, it bounced off and sitting back to where it come from. And I think it's working. God's good like that. Lane had to do that. The other day, God was showing her through different means that what was causing some stuff on her. So she prayed about it to get that reversed. And seemed to be working out for her too. Well, Chris, I wouldn't know a carpenter ant versus anything else. I didn't know what the grease ants are. Elaine knew what those were. And that's precisely what they were. They were coming into the kitchen. They weren't coming pretty much anywhere else. They were coming mainly to the kitchen, and they'd be on the counters and stuff. And there wouldn't be nothing on the counters except grease. Because those vent hoods in there, they don't vent to the outside. So you get a buildup of grease in there. So I cleaned all those counters off. They stopped coming at those spots, and each spot I cleaned, they'd go to the next spot over, and I cleaned that spot. And they finally got to where they stand around the door coming in, and I put all that stuff out of the carport out to the side so that the driveway could be gravelled. There was all kinds of big black ants, big red ants, and grease ants all over that stuff. After I spread that stuff out, put a lot of it all over that wood pile. They weren't crawling all over it anymore either, so there had to be ants out there. There was some going along a root line to that little tree right there. Make sure to spread it out there. You can tell it was going along with the root line. So you can tell there's a lot of rot because of that. Yeah, so that's where the one out back is, down the end of the house, and one at the end of the house on this side, and everything, close to areas of rot. So I spread that diatomaceous earth out there. Ain't nothing. Normally, right here on this porch, you'd see all sorts of black ants going back and forth up these steps and back out to that tree and back again. I've not seen none since I spread that stuff out. All right, Chris, you go flip. See if you get a 10. But for now, I think I've got the ant problem solved. If I start seeing them again, I'll spread that stuff out again. Make it inhospitable down here for them. They'll travel back up where they come from, because I believe they came down here from up there where it's inundated with them up there. But they can deal with it. Just like them hornets that one year. I believe they were coming from that tree. It got to where we could not step outside of the house. I told the Lord, I said, Lord, we got to be able to come out to this house. Would you please do something about them things? Well, next thing I know, I'm getting asked if we done anything to send them things up there. No, we didn't do nothing. But God sure did. So those who would give us a hard time were having to deal with exactly what was giving us a hard time. So I think as one of them things that was being put on us by that up there to give us a hard time, I guess God take care of it, and He did. And so that which may have put it on us was then having to deal with it. But we ain't had problems with them hornets ever since. There's somebody in the doorway. She waving at me. Got kitties coming out. That's Darla right there. And there's Charlie. And there's Swinger right there, pretty little thing. She was gone for about 3 days. We was worried about her, whether or not she might be gone for good. She'd come back. She was a touch skinny and a touch skittish when she first come back, but she's back to herself now. So I don't know what was up with that. We're just glad to see her back. So, anywho, just me out here rambling, looking around, saying whatever comes to mind. But yeah, God took care of them hornets for us that year because they got bad. They got to where we started to come out the door, they would dive bomb the door coming at us. I told the Lord, I said, Lord, we got to be able to get in and out of here. So I asked him in Jesus' name to take care of that. He did. He sent them up there from where they came. Because they wasn't worried about it. They more or less told us to deal with it. And everything. So I talked to the Lord about it. He sent them things up there and they had to deal with it. And we got asked if we'd done something to send them up there. No. God took care of that though. They were concerned about it then. You know, that's what I find funny about those who would do evil, those that are wicked and would do evil. They do stuff to me. I talk to God about it, and they're wondering why they're having to deal with it. Well, that's because that's just God showing you who serves Him and who don't. That's just the bottom line of it. You may put on a show of serving God, but you don't serve God. Something like that will prove that out. Who serves God and who don't. And no, folks, don't go to thinking that makes me think I'm something. I'm not. That's why I ask God to take care of it, because He is something. Brats and Bubba burgers are looking good. Yeah, Lane was planning on doing some grilling. I don't know if she's still going to do it tonight or if she's going to do that tomorrow.
I'll do it tomorrow.
You do it tomorrow? Well, I guess y'all know now she's out here with me. I'm going to keep her off the camera, though. She might whoop me.
I'll be on camera later. They can see me all they want then.
Y'all heard that? Was showing 8, now I'm down to 6. I guess that means I've been on here too long. Beer brats. Yeah. Being the weekend it is, it might be nice to have the first half of that title, Beer Brats. But it is what it is.
Yeah, the stinker there wanted out, so I come out with him.
That stinker?
That stinker.
That's Charlie, y'all. Pain in my butt. Anyway, I just wanted to go live for a little while. Since it's around that time. Y'all take care. I'm gonna get out of here. Greg, you enjoy them rotten burgers. Hey, thank you, Chris. Yeah, I was gonna do this differently, I just thought I'd come out here and we'll have to figure out how to make this thing go sideways so I can do it the way I like it.
y'all.